Karakoy. Arap Mosque. History. Arap Mosque, Arap Cami in Turkish, is a mosque in Istanbul based upon a former Roman Catholic church devoted to St. Paul and St. Dominic. Although the structure was altered during the Ottoman period, it represents the most typical example of Gothic architecture in Constantinople, still extant. The building lies in Istanbul, in the district of Beyoğlu, in the neighborhood of Karakoy, ancient Galata, on Galata Mecca Sokak, not far from the northern shores of the Golden Horn. It is surrounded by artisan shops. During the 6th century, a Byzantine church, possibly dedicated to Saint Irene, was built here. Of this building, only part of a wall survives today. The tradition which affirms that a mosque was built on this place during the Arab siege, by Maslama ibn Abd al-Malik, a commander and cousin of Caliph Umar ibn Abdulaziz, must be considered a legend. During the Latin domination after the Fourth Crusade, this church was replaced with a new one, dedicated to St. Paul, San Paolo, and given to the Dominicans. The building must have been opened to the order shortly before 1260, a date which is found on a tombstone found in the church. Later on, the Dominican friar Guillaume Bernardi Severac bought a house near the church, where he established a monastery with 12 friars. Byzantine Emperor Andronicus II Palaiologos moved the Dominicans of Constantinople to the Genoese-held suburb of Pera. The Church of San Paolo was rebuilt later on. From this time on, the church was officially dedicated to San Domenico, but local voyagers continued to use the ancient denomination. Pope Gregory XII, in order to ensure the maintenance of the church, conceded indulgences to the visitors of the monastery of San Paolo. After the fall of Constantinople, according to the capitulations of the Ottoman Empire with the Republic of Genoa, the church, which by that time was known by the Turks under the name of Macedomanico, remained in Genoese hands, but later it was transformed, with minor modifications, into a mosque by the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II, and became known as Galata Jami, Galata Mosque, or Jami Kabir, Great Mosque. The friars were transferred in the friary of San Pietro in Galata, while all the altar clothes had already been brought to Genoa, and the archives to Kaffa. Towards the end of the century, Sultan Bayezid II assigned the building to the Muslims of Spain, Andalusia, who fled the Spanish Inquisition and migrated to Istanbul, hence the present name Arap Jami, Arab Mosque. Sultan Mehmet III repaired the building, and towards the end of 17th century, the houses which encroached upon the mosque were pulled down in order to avoid noise. After the Great Fire of Galata, the mother of Mahmud I, Salia Sultan, renovated the building, changing the windows in the portal from the Gothic to the Ottoman style. After another fire, in the mid-19th century, the daughter of Mahmud II, Adil Sultan, repaired the mosque again, and he built a Sadirvan fountain for ritual ablutions before praying, in the courtyard. Jordli Hasan Bey extensively restored the church again. During the replacement of the wooden floor, several Genoese tombstones dating back to between the first half of 14th and up to the middle of the 15th centuries were discovered. They were brought to the Istanbul Archaeology Museum. Karakoy. Arap Mosque. Architecture. erected according to the model of the Italian mendicant order churches of that period. The church had a three-nave rectangular base, with squared-off eastern end, and a square sanctuary, which is covered by ribbed groin vaults. The Gothic-style portal, lancet windows in the prominent bell tower, which has been transformed into a minaret by the addition of a conical roof, distinguished the building from the Byzantine churches in the city. On the other side, the technique used for the brickwork was local, and alternated small courses of bricks and ashlar. The northeast nave was possibly flanked by a series of chapels, each of them belonging to a noble Genoese family. One of them was dedicated to the Virgin Mary, and another to Saint Nicholas. As a whole, the building resembled the churches of Chieri and Finale Ligure in Italy. The flat wooden roof and rather pretty wooden galleries date from the restoration in 1913 to 1919. On this occasion, the height of the building was lowered, and many Genoese headstones were found. During the same restorations, rusts of paintings were also discovered near the mihrab, but were covered again. In the passage under the belfry, moldings are still visible, as well as fragments of stones with armorial bearings, which were once placed along the wall. On the north side of the building there is a large and attractive courtyard with a Seydirvan. Today, Arap Jami is the largest mosque on the Galata side of the Golden Horn. It is one of the most interesting mosques in the city due to its early Italian Gothic architectural style and church belfry, which has practically remained unaltered even after being converted into a minaret.